I gotta ask, the unranked gear, I think is genius. What was the inspiration there? Was it just kind of an FU to people or a troll, or what made you want to launch that?
Well, I'm unranked, so it kind of made sense. And the champ, I feel like, you know, if you could only pick one bantamweight fight to watch and we all fought at the same time, I believe most people would choose me. So unranked champ kind of fit the whole merch drop.
Nice. You know, your statement about not fighting the higher ranked people until you're paid more, it's honestly very logical. It makes a lot of sense. So I'm curious, like, what's the biggest reaction that you've gotten to that? Is it people that say, hey, that's actually pretty smart, or people say, hey, we hate you, you're supposed to fight the toughest dudes out there?
Yeah, I do remember saying that. I feel like that was quite a bit of fights ago that I wanted to make more when I fought. But I've also called out Cody Garbrandt, Pedro Munoz, Dominic Cruz. I've called out the ranked guys. So it's not necessarily I want to be paid more to fight the ranked guys. At this point, it's just like, you know, I've called them out. I haven't got those fights. I don't pick my fights. Clearly, I would. If I picked my fights, I would be fighting one of those guys. They offered me Paiva, who was ranked 15. You know, I didn't know that at the time until after I accepted it, and they said, oh, he's ranked, and then a couple days later he wasn't. So I think the idea that I just pick my fights is a little bit, it's not exactly true. They offered me Paiva, I said yes. It's like, does that mean I pick my fights? I don't know. I didn't say, hey, I want to fight Paiva. So the whole I pick my fights and I'm not going to fight someone tough until I get paid is not necessarily true.
What do you think about Paiva as a fighter? Obviously, he's not one of the most known guys in the division, but he's certainly proven dangerous. What do you think about him as an opponent?
Yeah, he's dangerous. You know, anybody in the UFC is going to be a dangerous opponent. I think Paiva's dangerous. He's very tough. We saw it in the last fight. My buddy Kyler, you know, really, he beat him up, and Paiva somehow won that fight. So in my eyes, he's coming off a loss. Really, like I thought my buddy beat him. He's a dangerous opponent to show that much heart. You know, Kyler was hitting with some hard shots, and he stayed up. You know, I just went through a fight like that with Chris. So I think, you know, going through that last fight shows that I can, you know, I'm not going to get tired beating someone up. So if he wants to get beat up for 15 minutes, I'm down.
You win this fight, probably are ranked at that point. Does that matter to you at all? Do you care? Because maybe it does give you access to those bigger names, or do you care?
You know, if I get ranked 15, 14, whatever of this fight, you know, I already called out Adrian Yanez, and he's not ranked, and I have no issue fighting an unranked guy if I'm ranked. I'm not worried about it. I think, you know, a good win over Paiva. I'm not overlooking Paiva. I have to go out there Saturday night, perform the way I perform, and I have to put his lights out. It can't be a boring fight. If it's a boring fight, you know, I don't really have any say in what's next. I go out there and put Paiva's lights out. I can call out, you know, Yanez or whoever I want, but Paiva's a tough opponent.
Last thing for me, I know you said, hey, win or lose, I know you're going to want to, you know, love me, hate me, you're going to want to tune in and watch me fight, you know. Does it bother you that you have haters? I mean, you've come in and entertained from the start, you know. Do you wish you were universally loved, or do you kind of enjoy having some haters? I
don't necessarily enjoy having haters, but I get sad that I have haters. It really means they're going to watch the fight 100%. Someone's not going to be watching the fight, then I come on the TV, they're like, no, I'm not going to watch. Like, that's not going to happen. They're going to watch. They're going to make sure they watch. They're going to call off work so they can watch. So I'm not really worried about the haters.
Sure. I saw earlier this year you met Conor McGregor.